So what if I told you the secret to absolutely acing your exams isn't about studying more, but studying, well, a whole lot smarter? Today, we are cracking the code. We're diving into the playbook that the top 1% of students use in those final critical days before a huge test. But first, let's just do a quick gut check here. Do you honestly believe that locking yourself in a room to cram for more and more hours is the surefire way to get top grades? Because if you do, that's a belief we're about to seriously challenge. Yeah, it turns out that's pretty much a myth. And this source material puts it perfectly. The top 1% of IB students don't study more hours, they study with precision. Just let that sink in for a second. That single word, precision, that's the absolute game changer we're going to unpack today. So, okay, how do you actually get that precision? Well, we're about to break down the exact 5-part playbook these students are using in that final home stretch. And trust me, this isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter with a strategy that actually works. Okay, first up is a strategy that might feel a little weird, a bit counterintuitive. It's a huge mindset shift. In these final days, your job is to refine, not to add more stuff.
I mean, think about it. In those last 10 days, your brain's instinct is to panic, right? To try and cover everything, just keep scribbling down new notes. But the top performers, they do the complete opposite. They shift their focus from coverage to clarity. They're not adding new information. They're going deeper, deepening their understanding of what they already have.
So, how do you get that clarity? Well, the playbook has this fantastic pro tip. Try reteaching a key topic. Seriously, grab a friend, your mom, or even just your phone's camera and explain it out loud. You will immediately find out where your understanding gets a little shaky. It is an unbelievably powerful tool.
All right, once you've refined your focus, it's time for strategy number 2. And this is all about running what the source calls micro mocks.
And this is super specific, and you can do it right away. Forget those awful 3-hour past papers that just leave you totally drained. The top 1% run these hyper-focused 20-minute drills. You just set a timer, and you knock out one short answer, one data response, and one mini essay. Boom! It's like a surgical strike on your revision. And here's the really key takeaway, right? The goal isn't to exhaust yourself. It's all about keeping that mental muscle, that information recall, sharp and ready to go, but without the burnout. This is about maintaining peak mental stamina, not trying to run a marathon the day before the actual race. All right, let's get into our third strategy, which is all about the data. You have got to quantify your progress. Now, this is a big one. So many of us, myself included, fall into the trap of tracking the hours we study. It feels really productive, doesn't it? But you know what? The source calls this a vanity metric. Top students, they track something way more useful. Their actual marks from those micro mocks. That's real actionable data that will directly help you improve. And in practice, this can be as simple as a basic spreadsheet. You just log the date, the paper, your mark, and this is the most important part, the specific week area that question showed you. All of a sudden, your random practice becomes this incredible diagnostic tool. You start seeing patterns, which lets you make huge gains right where it really counts. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit, because let's be real, your brain is not a machine. Strategy number 4 is to protect your energy. Now, this might sound super obvious, but in the heat of exam season, it's the first thing that goes out the window. Top performers, they treat their energy like a strategic resource. They have these simple, non-negotiable rules. A hard caffeine cutoff at 3 p.m. to protect their sleep, a screen-free wind down before bed, and using light exercise as a focus amplifier, not some distraction. And speaking of sleep, how many hours do you think you can really get away with? This source is crystal clear on this. Trying to perform at your absolute peak on just 4 hours of sleep is a complete recipe for disaster. It's not how our brains are wired. Remember, protecting your sleep is protecting your grade. Okay, we've made it to our final strategy, and this one is all about getting mentally prepared for the big day itself. Strategy number 5, simulate the pressure. This is all about training your brain for the real environment. See, it's not just about knowing the material, it's about being able to perform when the pressure's on. The playbook says that every other day, you should replicate the exact exam timing, in complete silence. No music, no phone buzzing in your pocket, just you and the paper. The psychological payoff for doing this is just huge. The idea is that when that real paper hits your desk, your brain's immediate reaction is just, okay, we've been here before. You're removing that shock of the new, calming your nerves, and you're building that crucial familiarity that lets all your hard work and knowledge actually shine through.
So that's it. That's the playbook. 5 incredibly powerful, precision-focused strategies straight from the top 1%. The only question left is this one. Your final 10 days are starting right now. What's your first move going to be?
If you are ready to build out your own 10-day plan, the source material for all this points to a dedicated planner right inside the Study IB app. There's also a Discord community where you can connect with other students and swap strategies. The links for all that are down below. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck.